My name is Valencia Nkambule. I'm a coordinator for Community Health Evangelism Swaziland. I was working with the community since 2004. My family was hit hard by HIV and AIDS. We lost 6 members through HIV and AIDS. So I wanted to gain more knowledge because a lot of people were also dying in the communities. Mainly my parents didn't understand what HIV was. They were pointing accusing fingers on neighbors and relatives, thinking that we have been bewitched. Then I went out to the community to teach about HIV and AIDS and the importance of getting tested. So while I was doing the training and doing home-based care in the communities, I felt it wasn't enough. I prayed to God. I just took a 5 days fasting, asking God, what more, Lord, do you want me to do for these people in the communities? So immediately after the fasting, I met someone from Cape Town who introduced me to CHE. So I realized that this is exactly what I want. This is exactly what was lacking in the communities, because I saw that as we visited some of the people, some were dying and I wasn't sharing Christ with them. So when I heard about CHE, I felt that there was a great need of also sharing the gospel and reaching them spiritually rather than helping them in the physical. But what I liked was that after the training, people got to know what HIV was, and a lot of people in the community, they got tested, and a lot of people in the community also got spiritual lessons through CHE. They knew that there was a God who was above everything. They knew that there was God's life. To me, CHE really is like a firelighter that brings hope in the community, that opens people's eyes, that makes people realize that they are important, they are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image of God. It really, really helps people to know who they are in Christ.
CHE is a strategy of ministry that empowers and equips people to address their own needs, developing every area of life, physically, emotionally, socially, as well as spiritually.
So in our role as coordinators for CHE in Southern Africa, one of the big things we do is to disciple, mentor, train, and coach in CHE.
And the principle of CHE is really about equipping local ordinary communities and church members to do ministry themselves, because they're going to be much more effective in ministry in their community than we will, trying to learn the language or trying to learn the culture and be ministers there. We equip those people to do ministry in their own community. So that's why it's important for us to multiply ourselves, and it's also much more effective in reaching those different communities all over Southern Africa.
Swaziland is a small country with a kingdom, and in Swaziland there's a lot of poverty. They always say Swaziland is peaceful, and I always say something against that Swaziland is not peaceful. There is a war going on. The war is HIV and AIDS. People are dying in hospital silently, and whereby they are not even known. Each and every day there's someone dying of AIDS in Swaziland. So in the rural communities where we work, mostly NGOs do not like going there. So that is why we chose to go further out. Those people, they lack information. They don't have much information. So the CHEs really helped about teaching about the importance of immunization, because parents were losing a lot of children, a lot of small babies, because they were not immunized. They got common diseases which can be preventable. So as we went around as CHEs, training and teaching them, this has reduced the infant mortality.
With CHESwaziland, what we have seen over the years is a commitment to see transformation in the community, but a commitment to using this tool of CHE and this strategy to be able to achieve some of the results we look for in CHE.
You're able to see transformation physically through things like home gardens and people being able to raise food for themselves, learn how to start micro enterprise projects and provide for their families financially. You're able to see spiritual transformation, people coming to Christ.
One of the focuses of CHE is to develop godly mature leaders, and Val is proven over the years to have developed into a godly, mature leader.
She has a very uncommon passion for the community and seeing people empowered and equipped to meet their own needs. But then also she has a genuine love for the individuals. She doesn't see her work as just trying to expand ministry in different communities. She really has a love for people and wanting to see them be transformed.
Our hope for the future is to reach most parts of Swaziland, more especially the 4 regions of Swaziland. For now, we are only in the Lubombo region. We have a lot of NGOs in Swaziland, but they bring relief. They only take care of the physical part, which we think this thing has really thrown the Swazis back, because Swazis have not learned up to this far to stand up and work for themselves. And I strongly believe that there's nothing that happens without prayer, really. If we can be a praying country, a country who will know God, God can really help us to get further as Swazis. Even all these problems that are faced by the women and children can be reduced if everyone in Swaziland can know God, can come to know Christ. They can be a great change in Swaziland.